Hi, I'm Brand, and I love Hallmark Christmas movies.
I'm Brian, and I like Hallmark Christmas movies.
I'm Dan, and I despise Hallmark Christmas movies, and this is the
Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast.
We hope you like this jolly podcast.
It's just never quiet with you, is it?
No. Well, with Panda going, you're just half opened over there, huh?
Saving it.
With Panda going, somebody's got to pick up the slack when it comes to
That's true. Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're
Hello.
doing well.
Oh, it's Tuesday already,
It's Tuesday
Brandon?
already. Time is just flying right by.
It's time to come
wow.
home.
It's
Time for-
okay. Time for me. Time for you.
Time for us. Time for him.
Time for
So
him.
there's them still on the table?
Wait, look it up. I thought that we already used them. I thought them was second. We haven't used
This
her.
is they didn't do one the first year we did this.
No, yeah, this is just the fourth one. It's time for.
Time for Time for me 2018. I think this is the fifth
Oh, wow.
one.
Time for me.
Time for them.
Time for you.
I've got time for me and them. Time for you. Time for him. So I've got me, you, them, him.
Time for us?
Or her? Us and
Time
her.
for us.
Okay.
Us. That's the Lacey
So
Chabert.
we have not had her.
That's right.
Not her.
Wow.
But we have had us, me,
you,
him, them.
But
Us,
no
me,
her.
you, him, them.
Her's the only one left on the table, right?
Have we done
We haven't done her
them?
yet. We've done them.
Him, them. Yeah, him, them.
We've done.
Y'all?
Yeah.
Y'all, yep.
But as far as standard pronouns, right?
Yes.
Her's the
Us,
last one.
Me,
Sounds like it.
him, them.
Her.
You.
You. We already did you.
You, us, them, him, me.
Yes.
And then her is left.
Hers left. Hers left.
You could start just doing people's names. Time for Gary.
Start naming them, yeah.
Time for Gary.
Wow. How about
Man.
that? You got to love it.
Wow.
Hope everybody's doing well. Hopefully you're having a good time. I know I am.
Oh,
Yep.
boy.
You look like
I know
you're
I
having
am.
a good
How
time.
was Thanksgiving week for you guys?
Well,
Good?
we've already did this yesterday, Dan.
Great.
So
Fantastic. Glad to hear it.
I know you were asleep during that segment yesterday
early
when
in
we
the
did the whole
morning.
thing and we talked
did
about.
this-
I know. It's tough.
Yeah. It was fun, though. I wanted to do it again. It was so much
My
fun.
Thanksgiving was good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Got to
Guys, let
mention
me
something.
ask you this.
Yeah.
What?
My turkey talk got cut off yesterday.
It did not get cut off.
I talked about stuffing a turkey, and you guys cut me off.
Yes,
Can't
we
do
just.
that.
You muted me.
No.
You muted me.
No, we just chose.
You muted
It's
me.
not that. It's just that we chose not to listen to you.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
No, there's not.
Rig, let me ask you this. What are you asking for from the big guy this year?
Oh, big truck.
Have you written your letter to Santa?
truck?
I want a big truck this year. A big Tonka truck.
Big Tonka
Yeah,
truck.
I want a life-size Tonka truck.
Like on this, you can drive in the street.
Yeah. Yeah, where
Okay.
else would I drive it,
Well,
Brian?
in the parking lot.
In houses?
You know, inside,
No,
yeah.
a life-size Tonka
Okay.
truck.
a big Tonka.
A big Tonka truck.
That
That's
sounds
right.
fun.
Yeah. I'm going
Great.
to name it like a plane. You know, like planes all have
Yeah,
names,
like-
like Her Ladyship and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, no, I think planes. Yes,
know.
Or maybe
planes
that's
usually.
boats.
Yeah,
I think
boats
that's
do. Planes have the call numbers that
I'm
they
going to
have.
name it like a boat then.
I was out at the Runway Park over Thanksgiving
Oh, yeah?
break, and sometimes what I like to do. This is just me. When I see one of the big boys, like the private jets, they're not there very often, but when they are, they have the call signs on the back fin.
Yep.
Whatever it's called.
Sure.
back
Yeah, it's
fin.
the fin. Yep.
You can look it up and you
Tail.
can see who owns it.
Yeah.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that
somebody from Truist Bank, one of the head honchos, was in town
Seems like somebody that would own a plane. Yeah.
right before Thanksgiving.
Great.
So shout out to Truist.
Shout out to Truist.
Hope you liked our
everybody.
city.
Shout out the big banks out there.
To big banks, everybody.
Nobody's shouting out the big banks
Nobody
this
shouts
season.
out the big banks.
Nobody shouts him out. Hey guys, do you want to talk about time for him to come home for Christmas?
Yep.
Would love
It
to.
originally aired on November 26, 2022, and it went a little something like this. Elizabeth is at a company Christmas party, just going to town on some cupcakes. She eats cupcakes like my 4-year-old, where just licking the frosting off.
Yeah.
And not eating the bottoms. All
Cake.
tops, no bottoms for her when it comes to cupcakes. Do you guys eat cupcakes or muffins in a particular way? You just go a whole hog?
I go whole hog
Yeah.
if I eat them. I don't eat them that often.
Same here.
Not a big
Go
cupcake
whole
boy.
hog, Yeah.
I love cupcakes.
I know you do.
Chocolate. If you give me chocolate cupcake,
Yeah.
chocolate and chocolate.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
Gosh, dude, I can do some damage.
Whole hog?
Whole hog,
Yep.
baby. Whole hog. Some guy comes up and says that there's a message for her at the front desk. She goes to get it, and it's not a phone message. It's a human message. He's there. His name is Josh, and they clearly know each other. Turns out they're best friends. And from what I can gather, they're journalism partners, which I didn't know was a thing, but they are. They go to his mom's Christmas party and see her other best friend, Andrew. They're all having a great night, and we find out that Elizabeth and Josh get jobs at the New York Times. Congratulations. Let's give it up for
Good
them.
job, guys. Yeah.
Fast forward 3 years, and Elizabeth does not go to work at the New York Times. She gets a voicemail from a stranger that I personally could have sworn was Josh's voice, but it's not. Guys, it's not. I kind of kept thinking, holding out hope
Kept
that it was
Tyler,
Josh.
that's
It's
right.
not Tyler Hines. It's some dude staying at a hotel trying to reconnect with a girl named Madeline on Christmas Eve at their spot. Elizabeth wants to try to find the caller to let him know that he has the wrong number. But when she calls back, the hotel's like, sorry, can't help. Don't know who called you. You don't have a name. Nothing we can do about it. So she goes down to the hotel, bumps into Josh. They're clearly not friends anymore, and she leaves. She goes to some sort of like memorial for Andrew. Like it's like a group memorial for a bunch of different people. I'm a little foggy, but they clearly he's passed away. Josh offers to help find the guy. She reluctantly agrees. They catch up, and we find out that the New York Times did not rescind their offer. She just decided not to go after Andrew's death. We see a flashback that shows that Josh was getting ready to ask Elizabeth out, but he overheard her talking to Andrew, and it sure did sound like she was telling Andrew that she liked him, so he left. Andrew gave her a drive back to the party and got in the car accident, which is when he died. They pick up a music box in the background of the call. They keep listening to it, trying to find different things. There's a music box. They're finally able to trace it back to a song, Time for Me to Come Home for Christmas. We've heard it before, maybe 4 times now. And apparently somebody took that out-of-print Christmas tune and put it into a snow globe music box situation. Saw 'em live. So Josh and Elizabeth keep hanging out. They're hunting for answers. Obviously, that leads them to a Christmas market. Obviously, that leaves them, doing a ring toss. What can you do? They make a bet. If he wins, she has to go to the Christmas party. And she loses. She loses on purpose. We know. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Come on.
And so she finds out that Josh is going to Michigan after the holidays, which makes her sad. He finally tells her that he heard the conversation with Andrew, and she's like, "Oh." And he asks if he still, if she still feels the same way, and she says yes. So that's the problem here, is that he still thinks that she was talking about having feelings for Andrew. So kind of nailing the coffin there. Probably not the best use of phrase for.
yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I forgot he was dead. So they kind of just like go on their own way. They're trying to find Madeline. But they do find a Madeline, but it's not the Madeline. And it's at this point where they're like, you know what? This might just be worth throwing in the towel here. Can't find her. So he's talking to his sister, and she's like, you gotta tell her how you feel. You actually have to say it out loud. And he's like, I just think I need to be your friend. Womp womp. But he sees a promotional poster chalkboard situation for a concert, and it's Madeline something in the holidays. And
That's right.
He's
And
like,
Ding, ding,
That's
ding,
her
ding.
because in the voicemail it said, I know you're busy with the holidays. They thought maybe the
Yeah,
holidays
sure.
or the
Yeah,
holiday
market.
markets.
No.
But no, busy with the holidays, the band. So they go, they find her, they play her the message. It is her, but then she's like, hey, I have a message for you. Turns out that guy called Madeline thinking that he was calling Elizabeth because he's the guy who was also on the other end of the accident that killed her friend, Andrew.
Yeah.
So he feels really bad about this and wants to meet up and apologize and make amends. So she goes, he apologizes, then Madeline shows up, they catch up, yay, we did it. She walks, they walk outside, and Josh is, with her, and he's like, listen, I should have been there for you. I would have been there. I had these feelings, and she's like, oh, I was talking about Andrew. And they realize that they love each other, and they kiss.
Yeah.
Big ol' honking ones, y'all. This is a big boy. Then they go to the concert. And they do a little kiss again. And that, my friends, was
Time for him to come home for Christmas. We did it.
Is it for Christmas?
It's for Christmas, not this Christmas.
Yeah.
I messed it up. My bad.
That gummit, Dan.
Let's
we gotta
start over.
Start
From
it
the
over,
beginning.
Trace.
Hi, I'm Brian, and I.
Guys, can I be honest with you?
Yeah, Trace.
I haven't been recording this whole time.
The whole time.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Facebook group says they can't hear it,
Yeah,
so
they
we're
can't
really
hear
doing
anything.
it this
We
morning.
have been recording. I'm lying.
Thank goodness.
I
The
didn't
Facebook
like
group,
that.
there's nothing we could do. You can't change it. Once it's live, you can't change the input.
Wow.
Fun fact about Facebook.
That is
Are
fun.
you turning into Brand?
No, no. What are you doing?
I'm just over here. Just
Happy thanks.
did
Guys,
you
wanna know-
have a good Thanksgiving, Trace?
I did. Guess
See?
who I hung out with?
Who?
Candy Lamar.
Candy Lamar?
Yeah.
All day.
All day.
It's a lot of Candy
We ate a
Lamar.
lot of turkey, had a little stuffing, watched George Clooney movies.
As you
Yeah,
should.
he is your favorite.
Him's my favorite. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Deck the Hallmark. We're back. Hello, everybody. I hope you're
So-
doing well so far today. Maybe you're listening to us in the morning. Maybe you're listening to us at night. Maybe you're listening to us in 2023. How's the future? Is it good?
Like to hear more about that.
Like to hear more about
Let us
that.
know.
Pause for response.
What'd you wish for?
Guys, let's talk about this movie, the fifth entry in the Time for Blank
Since
series.
we've been doing the show.
This is as old as we are.
That's right.
This series. Blake
right.
Shelton comes
You
to
never
work
gonna
once
get
a
better
year.
than the fiddle coming out of the little
the closet there.
closet under the staircase, man. That's
To
the best
deleted
one.
scene. Let's talk about this one. Let's start with the hot take. Let's start with you, Brian. Brian, what do you think about this? Had you seen the other Time for Blank movies?
Not all of them. Not
okay,
all of them.
I'm
not
sure
all.
you've seen a
Yeah,
couple.
Yeah, absolutely.
How
But-
did you keep up?
Yeah, that's a good. Unless
It's
you
typically
have,
not appointment viewing.
Yeah, yeah. So this one, maybe it changed this year. Let's find out.
Did you just tease yourself? You're about to tell them, Brian. The tease is useless. We're not going. Are we going another break? We're not.
How's the future?
Great. Yeah.
So when this started out, there was a lot of baked good talk and baked goods on the screen, and I found that promising to start out. So I like
Great.
that to start out. And when I realized that there was going to be they were kicking into like investigative journalism mode, I like that because that sounds fun.
Because they were going to be journalists.
They were going to be
That's
journalists.
right. Time.
They were going to be journalists.
The team came
yes.
back together.
The NYT.
That's right. The big NYT submitted offers to both of them. So that I found that I was excited about that, but I ended up getting a little bit bored as this.
You're squeaky.
That's I'm squeaking. This
You're
chair is
squeaky
squeaking.
today.
The panda chair.
Oh, he blames it on Panda. It didn't take 2 seconds. It's like,
That's not a way.
What's going on?
That's not a way.
Must be Panda.
Can we give a quick shout out to the people who edited their comments or their reviews and gave Brian some love? Multiple people
a
have come
lot
in.
of people
Surprised
popped
by
up.
that.
But also the sweet lady who left the negative
Kicked it
review
all off.
edited it again.
She did.
And wanted Brian to know that you don't bake fudge.
She did remind me.
Wow,
You
did
didn't
she
know that?
really?
She went back
The
because
thing that I love about the review that's so
What?
mean to you is
Yeah.
it's literally one of the meanest things I've ever read.
But the thing that's amazing is that she hears all this. She's listening.
Yeah.
And she went back in to go, and you know what else? I got an elbow coming right for
thing.
you.
And I want you to
Do you
know.
not bake fudge?
You don't bake
No, you
fudge.
don't.
And
Okay.
I did know that because I have made fudge.
You're a baker.
And I've never baked
Well,
it.
you don't need to be a baker to make fudge.
But you bake things.
You don't
And I
yes.
think you said baked fudge.
We
You-
talked
Yes,
about me
that was the
delivering
problem.
baked goods
Of
to
all the
cheer
things
her
I've
up.
said wrong, and Brand said wrong, and you just throw in baked fudge, and she's like,
Well, what's great is
And
you
another
said
thing.
you said bake fudge in regard to the reviewer.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was going to win her over with
Win her
fudge.
over with baking your
With
fudge.
baked goods, and I said I would deliver fudge. And I
Which
think
I
that's,
love. And I just want to point it out there. It is the meanest thing I've ever read, but like I love it. So don't change it on my
You
behalf.
just keep bringing it up. It's
Don't change it
weird.
on my behalf. I love it.
man, I can't believe
I
that.
think it is delightfully
It is.
mean.
It
but
is great.
continue. Sorry.
It was great how we were all sitting together when we realized there was an update.
Yeah,
And we got
I
to
was with
enjoy
him
that
yesterday,
together.
and I was reading it. I was like, "Oh, there's an update."
Oh,
oh my
and
goodness.
another thing.
I want an update, reviewer. I want an update every week
Yeah.
about
This
something
is what
that Brian
Brian
did
did
Please
wrong.
keep this
this
going.
week.
Let me know. I appreciate the feedback,
Yeah.
and criticism. so
Brian.
let's hear. See how we can do now. All
you
right.
done?
So yeah. That's no. So
Oh.
what I wanted to say about it was, one thing I did want to point out is I've never ended a relationship personally because I was given the wrong sweet. Nostalgic sweet, but I get it. I get it because Maddie did that in this movie, and I cannot fault her.
These
for
aren't
that.
the turtles, huh? All right. Well, I guess we're done
Oh,
here.
peppermint. Huh.
Oh, no.
This
Oh.
is not going to end well. And so, I just overall, I didn't really like the mixed up phone number. Like a lot had to go wrong for this movie to get to the ending.
And for it to be made. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like just a confluence of ridiculousness of like the name not being written on the phone number. Just a lot of weird stuff. People not calling people back when they know they got the wrong message. And so overall, there were things I did like. I enjoyed the baked goods. I enjoyed the music overall, not every instance of it. There was a lot of Christmas on the screen, but just not. I'm probably not going to watch this again, and I probably wouldn't recommend it to a lot of people. So,
Yeah.
Brian?
Hey guys, how's it going? So this movie has some holes.
But you know what plugs all those holes?
What?
Tyler Hines.
You know what? I want to say this.
My boy Tyler Hines.
I wanna say
made
this.
it all better.
I am wearing my cardigan, and
Yeah, you are.
the way that Tyler would.
2 buttons.
That's
right.
I'm sorry. I guess I got one
go.
button too many.
Yeah, there you go.
He would love that.
Do I love Tyler Hines, and does he help this movie? Of course. I'm not going to say that he's not the main reason why I was invested in this movie. But I also did appreciate an actual mystery out of the movies and mysteries, Christmas movies. This was a real humdinger of a mystery, which I really appreciate. I found myself being fully invested in this movie despite all of the holes. I had a delightful time, and that kiss at the end was worth every penny that I paid, which was none because Philo gives it to us for free. Shout out to Philo. I loved it. I don't know what you want from me. Yes, this movie's. I can take a step back and be like, yes, is it a disaster? Maybe, but it's a beautiful disaster that I loved watching. So sorry, not sorry. Dan?
Wow. This movie is colossally stupid. Holland Roden, who's new, she's wonderful.
Yeah.
Tyler Hines, always giving, making roles very, very unique and different from each other. Good for them. This movie takes the idea that I hate about Hallmark movies, which is a classic misunderstanding because you're on the other side of the staircase and you only heard a part of the conversation and you decided not to get clarification or pursue it. And it takes it to the extreme level of death.
Yep.
It takes a classic, I thought she was talking about someone else, but was talking about me, and extrapolates what if to killing someone, and then continues to utilize this misunderstanding for dramatic benefit in ways I never thought possible. It is dumb that these two people haven't communicated together. It is dumb that this dude switched the phone numbers of the person he's in love with and the person whose friend he killed. It is dumb that we spend the whole movie following this storyline. It is just, there's a Will Smith movie called 7 Pounds, and that's a bad movie. This is like Hallmark's version of 7 Pounds with more plot holes. I couldn't believe what I was watching. As the movie progressed, it got dumber and dumber and dumber. And by the end, I was howling with laughter when I should have been sad at these poignant moments. Boy, I don't know how they got this movie to air, and I think it's time for them to stop making them. That is all I have.
But did you have a good time?
I was more invested than I was in like the Niall Mater movie.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
More like, we need a little Christmas. I can't tell you what that movie's about. The Troops movie, this is better.
Yeah.
Like, I was invested because I couldn't believe where this train wreck was going next. And at every turn was another train wreck. It was like, there's another
That's
one.
all we're
Bang,
That's all
bang,
we're asking
bang.
for.
That's all.
That's all
No,
we're
it
asking
does.
for.
I did put it in the old ranking system, and it does make it out of the, I think it's in the bottom 8 or 9.
That's pretty good.
But it is bewildering how this got made. And Tyler Hines and Holland Roden, they're both wonderful. They just deserve better. I can't imagine them not looking at the script.
What's
more.
her
But
name?
wait a minute. Holland Roden.
Holland Roden?
The D, there's a D on the end of Holland. So Holland.
Holland.
Yep.
Roden.
Roden.
Yes.
I thought she was great.
She
Yeah,
was.
she was.
Delight.
A delight.
Tyler Hines is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll
that
get
guy.
it. He'll
Come
get
on.
it done. He'll get it done.
Yeah.
Let's talk about feels. Brian?
Sure. So I had I had 2, but I'm going with the one that gave me more feels, and
Okay.
it was when Maddie was doing her little rehearsal
Uh-huh.
with her Christmas band, the holidays, and then she did a concert too, which I didn't mind. I didn't really. The concert was whatever, but the rehearsal part of it in that cafe or wherever they were, I don't know where they were, where she was playing that gig, gave me feels because I love the idea of a Christmas trio or a Christmas band playing Christmas music live in any venue. Like if you go into a restaurant or a
You
bar,
like the idea of
Wait a minute.
any venue.
band playing Christmas music
Yeah.
in any venue.
Anywhere. Like if I walk out into
You're
our
a
parking lot,
monster.
if there's
You like the idea of anybody
Love
playing
that.
Christmas music
That
anywhere
reviewer
in
out
any-
there who the baked fudge, you got something for this episode now.
I'm teeing them up for you here. Live Christmas, not
Any
even
venue.
Any
anywhere
venue.
you go, just live Christmas music playing. I mean,
What's
I
a
just-
venue where you wouldn't be
where-
happy
where
that
would
there's
it be a
Small
problem?
restaurant. Small restaurant.
Just a violin.
Like can
going.
you imagine going to Moretti's just trying to get some pizza and wings and having a full band in there?
Dude, how great would that be?
I would be
Rocking?
miserable. I'd be
rocking
out.
around the
It'd
Christmas
be
tree,
to go.
blaring.
To go. No, you play Christmas music. I'm all in. I've been playing Christmas music since Thanksgiving Day. But like a live
Wow,
band in a
cool.
small
Look at you.
in a small
Man,
space.
wow,
I
what a
know, right?
hero.
Pretty
What a
awesome.
hero.
I'd
I'd hate for Christmas music to get played before Thanksgiving.
I'm just
You
saying.
know what happens when you play Christmas before Thanksgiving is Jesus actually doesn't get
That's
born.
right. He doesn't. He
He doesn't get
That's
born.
right. Doesn't save
How
the
about
day
that,
anymore.
reviewer?
That's right.
So, yeah, I think there's no problem there.
I want to go feels. I'm gonna go dip into the Panda well and come up with the diner. I got
Oh, yeah.
diner feels.
Yeah, nice
You
done.
found it at the very
Diner
end.
feels.
Yeah.
I love that diner.
Yep.
Big tables, big feels. And also, it was like down kind of when they go out. Like I don't know if the snow is really high or if the diner's kind of underground. But like the windows were kind of cut off. I don't know. I don't know what it was exactly, but I loved it. Diner feels. Shout out to my guy Panda. Dan?
I was furious when I heard that the guy, Carter Bishop, and the girl, Madeline, that he's trying to reach and left the voicemail on the wrong phone. You guys remember that? That's this whole movie.
Yep.
He leaves a voicemail, and it's not Madeline's phone, and he thinks he is. When I found out that he had left a message on her phone, and she just was like, oh, well, he wasn't talking to me. I will not call him back or respond. I was so angry as I've been all holiday season. It was unacceptable, and I'm still mad about it. It's my feels brand.
Okay, well, let's take a quick break. We'll come back with the Wait What and the What the Hallmark here on Deck the Hallmark on WTZI, The Window.
Glasses.
I've never said Cinco.
Did you do Cinco de Mayo last time?
No,
Last week?
no. Maybe I've done Cinco de Mayo, but not Cinco.
Hey guys, I need you to not talk during the break. I've got to put markers,
Oh, yeah.
and it's like it's hard. Gosh, you guys don't think.
Should hire somebody.
Yeah.
We really
You
should.
guys don't think. Yeah, I won't care about talking through the break. Someone else is doing it. Gosh, you
Can't
guys
wait for
never.
you to-
You guys don't even think.
Can't wait till you can talk through the break with us.
Yeah, it's gonna be
gonna
so
be
much
awesome.
fun. It's gonna be so much fun. We're gonna talk about
I'm
so
sure
much.
a reviewer's going to update with Brian talks through the break.
We're gonna talk about so much stuff.
We
So
might not
that's
come
gonna be
back.
great.
We might
So
not
much
come
fun.
out of the break.
Guys,
That's right.
let's talk about this. Let's talk about the wait what in this movie, if there are any.
Oh,
Brian?
I don't know.
Hey, wait and see. Okay, we're there now, so let's find out. So the hotel, when she went to the hotel,
We're going to
and-
find out right now.
right now. Are you ready? Welcome to the future. She went to the hotel to say, I got this message. I transcribed it. Here, slides it across the table, and the guy throws it in the trash. It says, shoo, before he calls security. They had no interest in helping her find this guy. And I just don't believe that a hotel would do that, because the good PR that a hotel would get for helping find, these mismatched people and reuniting them at the holiday time. Talk about
massive.
you can't buy that kind of press around the holidays. And hotels, I don't know, they could probably use some more press.
Come on.
I mean, it's free PR there. So do the work. Right? I can't believe they would just turn her away like that. And then Carter, he didn't want to try. Like, I know he said at one point, I'm not trying to reach her so she gets back to me. I just want her to meet me to see if she'll meet me. But he didn't try anything else to let her know about this. Like, he could have tried social media. He knew she was in a band. Pretty easy to find her.
Not hard to find.
Right.
At
She's
all.
out there. So
he leaves one voicemail and calls it a day, and then leaves one voicemail
Yes.
for the girl whose friend he killed, and he thinks he's
done.
like, you know what,
Yeah.
gang?
Hey, good day's
if
work.
they call back, great. If
day's
they
work.
don't, no big deal.
And it's just a shame that neither of the phones had like a voicemail message like, hi, you've reached Madeline's phone. So he had no idea that he did this wrong. And then
And he had him written down a pen.
no names anywhere.
It's hysterical.
It's funny.
There's no world where this makes any sense.
And Elizabeth, she was doing some research on the Music Box songs all night. She had just a full
Yeah.
night of research.
Yeah,
And
she
she
did.
was, I don't know why, but she had like a military grade communication sat phone. Like some type of satellite communication device that she was just turning knobs.
Handheld, that's right. Yeah.
I have no idea what role that played. And the last thing, this sort of stressed me. This is almost a stressful feel. When Tyler was on the phone with her, or Josh was on the phone with her, he had his laptop on the hotel bed, and he put his coffee mug on his laptop on the hotel bed that he was also on.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for that thing to spill all over
Man.
that open laptop.
Bold.
That is a firm mattress.
Yeah. It's
That's
fun.
a firm mattress.
That was a mattress ad.
Yes,
For whoever.
exactly right. All right, I got a couple. I got to be honest with you. The biggest waste of a star wish I've ever seen is in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
When you have a moment, an opportunity to wish upon a star, you don't wish for the current moment that's happening. But that's what she did.
You've already got it.
They all look up.
That should be a
They
rule.
make a wish. Andrew says, "What'd you wish for?" And she said, "I wish for this." You didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
It's happening
Right now.
I don't know why it made me mad. It's not. I don't believe that wishing upon a star does anything. I want to make it clear. But I also don't waste the opportunity on wishing for the thing that's currently happening. I'm somewhere in the middle where I toss one up and I'm like, you know what? Give me some, some dollars. Could have done something. Could have done something.
some dollars.
But no, what she wished for upon that star was just this current moment to be happening. I guess if you hate disappointment, that's a solid
Yes.
wish.
Yeah, sure.
Because you can't be disappointed in that.
She's
It
been
is
burned.
happening.
But once again, the wish, it's already happened. So to wish for something that's already happened isn't to wish at all.
Yeah. I do love that she wished that this
she's a
moment.
journalist, so she's just reporting on the
right.
current
Yeah, yeah,
moment.
I will say though, this is so she wished for that moment, and then an hour later, Andrew dies?
Yeah.
Suspicious.
Yeah.
See, that's the star
These are
getting
the
mad that you're
moments.
you're wasting a wish.
Remember
I'll show
all
you.
my
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Don't waste
wasted
your
a
wishes.
wish. At one point, they're trying to figure out there's some music in the background of the voicemail.
That's right.
And they're like playing, and you're like, what is this? And so they take it to Josh's mom, and they he cues it up, And she's like, oh, it's a music box. He's like, how can you tell? I don't know. Have you ever heard a music box? Like, there's literally nothing else it could be. It is such a distinct sound, and there's nothing else it could be.
Yeah.
What do you mean, how can you tell? She's got ears? She's lived a minute? I don't know.
She wished upon a star.
The music store owner, the store was closed, and I just got a kick out of the fact that it says that they're going to return. They're going to open up the store at 11:20, very specific time.
That's right.
Which I am here for.
We'll be back at 11:20.
Scooch that up.
My last but not least, in the voicemail that he left for Madeline that he meant for Elizabeth.
That's right.
Did he say he wanted to meet on Christmas Eve?
No.
Okay. It was just like, give me a call back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right,
Okay.
Right.
But Elizabeth showed up anyway.
Yeah, well, I was going to say dangerous having two meetings with the two
On
different
Christmas
females on Christmas
Yeah.
Eve at the same place.
Yeah.
But I will say this as well. Another way what is I thought for sure that their spot was going to be the gazebo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's a diner we had never been before. Again, happy that we got to see the diner. Great diner. Gave me feels. But thought for sure it was going to be the gazebo.
Yeah,
Was
me
not
too.
the gazebo.
They mentioned it several times.
The gazebo?
seemed obvious.
No, the diner.
Twist.
Dan?
I knew this movie was a real dingus early on, and I tell you when it was. At the party, they are singing around the piano.
Oh, yeah.
And they are singing Deck the Halls, holding the sheet music to it, looking at it to sing. So not to play. There are two people standing around the piano holding the sheet music to deck the Hallmark, to deck the halls.
Deck the Hallmark.
Not deck the Hallmark. Because I guess they either don't know the words, the melody, or both. Hey, we're going to sing this new one called Deck the Halls. You guys think you can get the sheet music out just in case? Like, we don't want to screw it up. We don't want to look dumb out here.
Big moment.
Let's make sure we know the words and melody to Deck the Halls.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it. I love that in listening back to this voicemail a time or six throughout this guy who's on a landline in a hotel room is 30 seconds through the voicemail and goes, now's the time to crank the music box up. It's quiet. And somehow he's got the phone, I guess, because it's connected to a cord. Yep. It's like in his ear here. Yeah. And he's like talking very seriously about how much he loves this girl. And he like reaches over and he's like, crick, 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 bing, bing, bing. Like, what? Why? What? Like, thank goodness he did it, or we'd have been in big trouble if he didn't do it. I already talked about my hot take, but it does need mention again. This guy misheard a conversation and sat on it for 3 years through wind, rain, snow, and death and did nothing. And then every time he tries to tell her, he's distracted by a sign. And I want to be very clear, not like a sign from God or the Holy Spirit or the Christmas magic, a literal sign. He's about to be like, Elizabeth, I love you. Ooh, look at that shopping bag. Yeah. It says holidays on it. Elizabeth, does this say this place is closed until a certain time? That reminds me of something. He literally has been holding on to a secret for 3 years based upon a misunderstanding, and he can't tell her because he has ADHD levels of like Doug the dog and Up. What is happening? Hey, I really need to tell you that squirrel. I don't like, why in the world? It's so bad. So bad. Madeline is dating someone else that we know is not right for her because she dumps him over the wrong confectionery. Yeah. That's right. But I would say he maybe isn't great for her because he says to her, what's your favorite part of the city? And as she takes a breath to answer, he cuts her off at the pass to have a serious define the relationship talk.
Yeah.
So he goes, what's your favorite part of the city? And she goes, what? And he goes, actually, I need to talk to you about something really, really important. You want to come to my parents' house for Christmas? I don't really need to hear your answer. Blah, 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 blah. Your words don't matter. And then lastly, they're at the ring toss. And this market looks empty. And they start on the ring toss. And by the time they finish, they have amassed a congregation of people who are on pins and needles on the world's lamest ring toss game of all time. And I don't know how that happened at all. That's all I got.
It's time for What the Hallmark Part Show. We wonder what could have been, maybe happened, that would give some clarity to questions that we still have. Brian?
Yeah, after this, so early on, or I don't know, a quarter of the way through, she's in the bakery and you find out that I think it's every purchase gets an entry into the raffle for 6 boxes of truffles she's giving away.
It's a lot.
We just never find out who wins that raffle.
Oh,
I
wow.
want to know who wins the raffle.
Okay, well, good one.
Thanks.
Here's what I want to know. I have a hard time believing that there is a snow globe that plays a very specific old country Christmas
That's right.
tune
Yep.
that this guy found, and like she had to play this song. She has to play this song at her shows, right? It's the only reason why he would buy the snow globe with a very specific song on it.
You were writing a better movie.
The fact that they did not come back to her singing that song was a missed opportunity, and I have to believe it just got cut for time. Because there's no other reason why he would buy a snow globe with a song that no one knows unless it's a song that she plays, right?
Right.
Correct.
There has to be a version of this movie where she plays that song, right?
I don't think there's a version of that.
There
in the
has
movie.
to be.
There isn't.
There's no excuse for that snow globe to be in this movie where the guy buys a snow globe with a song that even the music store guy who knows every song didn't know.
And that's not even like top of the list of dumb in this movie.
There has to have been a version of this movie where that's her song that she like closes with. Like, hey, I sing this song that's not very popular, but I love it. I don't know. It seemed like a missed opportunity to me, and I have to believe that it happened, and it just got cut. Dan?
I have 2, and one of them is this guy has 2 phone numbers written down on a sheet of paper. Why? How? What goes into the process of writing 2, what are those, 10-digit phone numbers on 2 sheets of paper that are identical, and no way to differentiate the 2.
Yep.
No way to be like, this is Madeline, this is Elizabeth, not an M or an E, different ink. Like, who does that in the year of our Lord 2022? Who is like, I'm going to write down both these numbers real quick. I got them from the same place, clearly. I'm going to write them both down. I'm going to put them in my pocket next to each other, and I'll remember Elizabeth's on top. That's all I got to do is remember that. I put the Elizabeth one on the top and Madeline on the back. That's it. I don't need to write anything else. Like, I don't want to use any more ink.
Yeah.
How? Dude, how did you do this?
But also, why? Like, why did he
Yes.
have to write them down?
Plug them in your phone.
Does he not have a phone? How did he get the numbers?
I have so many questions.
How did he get the numbers? That's a good one.
What was the reason that he had to write them down on little pieces of paper?
Yeah.
Because that means he had to have gotten them from somewhere. Why
Someone-
not bring
someone
the
at
thing?
the same time?
Yeah, I don't know.
The mysteries of this movie that we have yet to uncover are way, like, I would be here for a deep dive with everyone involved if they would get over me calling it colossally stupid, which they probably won't. I couldn't believe it. And then second of all, what city, Seattle, are they talking about in this movie? Because they do show the Space Needle, but they allow both Elizabeth and is it Josh?
Josh, yeah.
Elizabeth and Josh's mothers to run into them at multiple different times in this movie in multiple stores, which that happens in like Cedar Falls, Montana, when you're away from the big city. That does not happen in Seattle. Like, it just doesn't. Multiple times in multiple different places to be like, oh, son of a gun, look at you. Same day. Couldn't believe it. Those are my 2.
We did it. Congratulations. Day 2 of a full week. All 7 days, Monday through Sunday. Putting out episodes this week. All Hallmark all the time. Guys, this has been fun. Until next time, I'll be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark is the That Sounds Fun podcast. It's produced by Tracy Name. It's recorded live in, that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com.